the desert. Y'all brought me back to the desert. Thank you, Red Coral. So today I'm starting off with Jeff BROOME. I got the VP of Business Development for Red Coral Entertainment.
Yes,
which is the reason that I even came out here. So I want to start off by saying thank you to Red Coral. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come out here and interview some legends.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start off with you. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
It's a
gorgeous.
beautiful day.
We're out here, Arizona, Super Bowl weekend. Doesn't get better than this.
I'm excited.
You guys are missing out.
How you feeling today, Jeff?
I'm feeling great. I'm here with the team. I'm here, your Faded Truth, right? Exciting podcast you got going on our little network here with the partners. Super Bowl, Phoenix, Arizona. It doesn't get any better than
First of all, who you got?
I'm going with Kansas City. I'm from New York, so we're close to Philly. That doesn't really work well.
It don't work
so
with you?
I got to go with Kansas City.
Okay, because I thought I was going to have to rep the Birds just because I'm from Jersey.
You rep the Birds? Oh, from Jersey. That's right. You're from Jersey.
Because I'm like, everyone's like, Philly's only 40 minutes.
It is.
So I got to I don't know.
Yeah, they kind of migrate. The further you get away from the boroughs, you kind of migrate to Philly. I get it.
Okay, so how'd you get involved with Red Coral?
Yeah, I had some good friends that were, we understand what's going on in the media world right now. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be discovered. A lot of talent out there like yourself. So I was introduced to Larry through some individuals. He had a vision. He had a dream about Red Coral. Talked about how we can disrupt some things, revolutionize TV. It made sense to me. I'm a visionary. I'm a creative person. I jumped on board. I have a lot to say. People need to hear what we need to say as well. We can impact and change some people's lives. So Red Coral sounded exactly what I need to be a part of. So we put our head down, and I'm now the Vice President of Business Development, bringing talent, artists, things of that nature.
So you're trying to find people like me?
People like you, exactly. But everybody has a gift, right? So there's a lot of people out there, they just can't be at the top.
Right.
But how do we bring those individuals who have that talent in the rough, but want to be seen and need to be seen? And we provided a home for those individuals through Red Coral and our streaming platform. So I'm excited. We have directors, movies, podcasters, people in theater that maybe not on Broadway, but they're exciting actors and need a place to be seen and distribution. And we provide that for individuals. So I'm excited to be a part of the movement and the universe, which is called Red Coral. Right,
because now we can build together.
It's all about togetherness, right? I mean,
So what are you looking for in talent? Like when you're scouting and you're like, okay, I'm going to put my name behind this.
You know what? I guess when you're looking for talent, it's subjective. Because what other people may see as talent, others may not.
Right, and so what do you specifically, what are you looking for?
Yeah, I think that when something makes sense, I think that it becomes social media, and if people are responding to those individuals, might not be what I like, but there's a sect or group of individuals that love what that person is doing.
Interaction.
That means there's an audience for it, right? They might not like my music, but there's millions of people that like other kinds of music.
Right.
And if you're good, the market will tell you that you're good.
Right.
So that's what we kind of look for. And more importantly, people that are passionate about what they believe in and what they want to, what needs to be heard, and how they can reach other individuals. Because none of us are, I guess, in a box. We all represent other millions of individuals in some way, shape, or form. So we just get excited. I think what's passionate for individuals, that makes a show. Why should anybody post anything on YouTube, right? Because they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
And the marketplace responds. So we're excited about it.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely look for that when I interview people. Like I look at their engagement.
Okay.
And I'm like, are you answering your fans? Are you, are they fake fans? Are they real? Are you? Do people actually fuck with what you're doing? Because why should I fuck with it if someone else doesn't? Or if you're not answering your fans or talking to people, that's your fan base, right?
Correct.
You have to listen to what they have to say. You have to talk to them. And that's a big part of being an influencer in social media is like, you don't realize like you have to talk to these people that you have no idea who they are.
You have to.
Right, because they're the ones that are driving, they're the ones that are subscribing or playing your next episode or whatever from wherever the fuck they are.
Right.
But they have to feel wanted. So
have to feel wanted.
It's also a job. It's a job in itself as, you know what I mean?
We talked about that.
Yeah.
But there's a flip side of that. I know a lot of successful people that are not on social media.
Right.
And they have a lot to say.
Right.
There's not even just talent. It's very successful. They don't post do a whole lot, but they got a lot of information, and we need to bring that out as well for those who post and those who don't.
That's why you get an influencer to post for you when you don't, you know what I mean?
Indeed.
Because there's so many people that are older that don't have social media, but they have all the fucking amazing education, they have the history, they have the experience.
Absolutely.
But they need someone to kind of push it out for them.
Like me. I'm horrible at it. I'm getting better at it. Every time they come on a new platform and a new app and a new filter.
I really hate TikTok, but it's supposedly the best, but I fucking hate it.
I got a brand new phone just to do this stuff, but I'm still not very good at it. But it's a work in progress because, you know, if I want to make new money, all of us, we got to learn new skills. So I'm all about learning new skills to make new money. You just can't make new money on old talent. You've got to learn some things. So we're growing.
Okay, so 2022, what's one new skill that you learned?
I would say in 2022, I think the evaluation of where I'm at in reference to other people that are successful, right? And maybe that's not a skill, but I had to do an evaluation. And what I did is I had to learn what to outsource, right? And I learned that being a skill within itself. What to outsource, what I'm not good at, right? Because when you're semi-successful in business, there's so many boxes that you need to check. And I realized the boxes that I wasn't checking. So I said, let me work on my strength and outsource my weaknesses. But that within itself, to me, I had to really come to Jesus with that, right? To say, these are things I need to move away from. So that skill happened to be one of them. What I fell short happened to be social media and the visibility of it. Because we've got a lot of great things that are going on, even with Red Coral, some of the shows that we're bringing about, right? I'm going to touch on one of the shows. One of the shows we have is called Hood to Homes, or Neighborhood to Homes. I'm from the inner city. I'm from the projects in Brooklyn. Many of my friends, or many people I know, are still first generation trying to buy a home. But this is not fix it or flip it or love it and list it for a lot of individuals. That's a process. And if you've never been through that home buying process, it can be a very taxing process. It can be very frustrating, very stressful. The minute you put a contract, you see a home, you already think you've already moved into that location. But we found that, you know, we need to really help a lot of individuals who are first generation investors and homeowners. So that's what Hood to Homes is going to focus on. We're going to chronicle people in the inner city and show what their story is through that home buying process, to show people what it takes. And I just believe we'll inspire a lot of individuals to do that. So that's one thing that we're pretty excited about. Yeah, it's going to be pretty dope.
Because when I bought a home last year for the first time.
How was that?
Broke the generational trauma pattern, or poverty pattern, I should say. I'm breaking trauma patterns too, but that was the poverty pattern, right? Like, no one in my family owns shit. Everyone, I mean, you know, everyone's from nothing, you know, it's just generations of poverty. So not only physically, but mentally, you know, so growing up, it's like, how do you change your mindset and say, oh, I can save X amount of money to put on a closing cost and plus furniture or plus renovations or whatever, you know, people in your mind, when you're poor, you're like, my God, it's so expensive, you know? So it's like, it's also deters people from wanting to buy a home, because they're like, well, you know, what happens after I get it? Now I got all this mortgage, now I got a $500,000 debt or whatever. And most people are conditioned to look at a home as a debt. You know, like, oh, why would you even buy one? I mean, it's just another debt. Right. No, it's something for myself that I can build equity in and invest, and I can take money out of it, and now I can use it for something in the future, right? Indeed. And that's what we're trying to build, is different types of wealth.
Absolutely, multiple streams of wealth.
I'm glad that you're doing that, because that's something that I was not expecting. If I would have known the process before I started, I probably would have done it.
But was it a lot of challenges, a lot of paperwork, a lot of back and forth?
Yeah, I had an issue with taxes because I had to like file my taxes first before I even could do the house, because it was a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. So the moving parts, it's a lot of moving parts.
And because no one else has done it, and you've not seen people become successful in it, then we don't want to venture into that territory a lot.
Yeah, because who do I ask for help? Yeah. Everyone I know is still renting or behind.
Right, you know? You're right.
So that's cool.
So we need somebody to open up those doors, because it is a way to wealth. And you know, when it comes down to it, when you look at African Americans and black and brown people, we're like 5th on the depth chart, right? You have, white Americans, then you have like Chinese, Indians, right? And then you have the Spanish people, Spanish-speaking people, and then you have the African American people. They're like at 40-something% in terms of home ownership. Where you have white people, Caucasians, they're in the 70th percentile of home ownership, right? So really, it's all about education, because some people make the similar money, but they just have nobody show them how to apply.
Lack of resources. Yeah, well, that's like with anything, food, education. In the hood, there's no vegan spots. You know, there's no. It's positioned that way. It is. So that's what the show's about. Pretty much, is breaking stigma on all aspects.
Absolutely.
And most of my clientele and myself is a minority, so of course I'm rooting for fucking minorities, because none of us grew up easy, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And we all had to learn shit, and we all had to make it. There's no excuses. No one's coming to save you.
That's it. No one's coming to save you.
If you listen to your friends, you'd probably be in the same position they were in. So don't listen to nobody. Just put your mind to it and fucking find the people that can really genuinely want to help you with those things, because it's rare. But once you start connecting yourself with good people, like literally abundance will come to you in all different forms, whether it's money, love, family, opportunity, you know what I mean?
But look at what you just said. How many people right now are going to watch this and going to be inspired by just that little 60 seconds that you did? So when you see other people succeeding, and think about social media, some people jump out there like, oh, if that person can do it, I know I can do it.
That's why I did it.
That's how we forget it.
Because I was like, if this person can do this from nothing, why can't I build can't I build something? I got a brain, I got the fucking personality, and I got drive like a motherfucker. I don't know a lot of people with more drive than me as far as females, you know. So I'm like, now I'm starting to find those females and I'm connecting with them, and now we're building businesses together.
There you go.
You know, but I wasn't finding those people in a poor mind state at all.
Right.
So
now, what's the law of attraction?
Yeah.
Once you put yourself out there, the universe reciprocates if you're committed and if you're dedicated, right? So we believe if we can show the people how to get into that home ownership position, the same way you inspire some people by what you said, we can inspire more people to be like, if she can do it, and she's from the inner city, she's from the Bronx, or she's from Brooklyn, she's got 2 kids, she lives on the 6th floor, and if she can do it, then I know I can do it. And that's really what it's all about. And that's how we go. We think we can really make a tremendous difference if we just show people more success stories.
Is that going into the accredited consulting as far as, are you helping people with credit as well?
Yeah, so accredited consulting is another business we're part of outside of Red Coral. And what I'm excited, one thing about Red Coral is that we're going to launch a personal development channel on Red Coral where people can see people like yourself and other individuals who are motivational speakers, right? Because we need that, right? Because I need to because it's programming, right? I need to hear somebody talking differently to me. Right. Because I grew up, I'm a little older, so I grew up on names like Les Brown and Zig Ziglar. You might not know these people.
I've heard of them.
You heard of them before, right? Les Brown, all my people in their little 40s and 50s, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Jim Rome, John C. Maxwell, Nightingale. These are all, nobody taught these, I didn't know these names, but I was exposed to some businesses that I learned when I started listening. I started making different decisions, and I started changing the course of my life based on the decisions that I made, right? So that's what we want to inspire people to do through our personal development channel. Have people like yourself and other speakers that are out there, maybe not at the top echelon, but just a channel just for that personal development, right? So I'm excited about that. So the accredited group is what we talked about. It's a funding platform for small and medium-sized business owners. Because really what it comes down to is you have to fund your dream. Doesn't matter whatever you're a podcaster, you need equipment. Cameras are not cheap. Right. So at the end of the day, if you want to be in business, you have to find access to capital. So that's what we do. Basically, we take a small business, whether it's a startup, personal credit, business credit, lines of credit, merchant processing. So we put them on the platform and structure something where they can get access to money. Because you could talk about financial literacy all day, but if that literacy, if I don't have any money, what are we literate about, right? It's like you showed me how to drive a car, I passed my driving test, but there's no car. Right? So the bottom line is, show me how to drive. Yeah. So we have to put business owners in a position to get money. Because you're always looking for money if you're in business. To grow, expand, market, reach more people. Yeah. That's what we do at our program. And a lot
of people don't know how to approach either like a bank or anybody to say, hey, can I get a $50,000 loan? But I don't have nothing. I don't have a deck. I don't have, what am I going to say? I got these followers. Like, what the fuck am I going to say,
It doesn't convert.
Right.
And the bottom line, when you go into a bank, most people don't like going into banks because they feel that they're a little intimidated. They don't want to say the wrong thing, right? They got cameras on them. So some of my friends, they say, let me tell you what the real story is and how could you help me? So banks got to have very excellent credit, right? In the 680s up there. And you got to have your taxes done. So we have a lot of programs that we're not really focused on credit. We're not really focused on tax returns, things of that nature. So we open up tremendous doors that the bank shuts on you. We bring that into the fold. And you need to be consulted. If you never went out and got this kind of money, you don't even know what's required. Right. So that's what our program really does. We find access to money and it's consulting. And you might think you want an X kind of loan, but you really need a Y kind of loan. So that's what our platform provides, and we're doing it very well. And we're licensed in about 39 states in the mortgage industry as well. So we're pretty excited about what we have. It's actually booming right now.
Nice. Okay, and then USBA.
Yeah, the USBA.
So United Small Business Alliance. You just started that?
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm excited. We started that. You met one of my partners, Steve Couch. You met him yesterday.
Okay.
You talk about him. He's a Mr. Eat Right. So he's a culinary artisan. So he travels around the globe cooking. So he has a passion to help business owners as well. And my other partner, Quincy Luzanaris. So we started this alliance as well, only because we had a level of success and my friends come to me, Jeff, how do you do this? How do you do that? So we structured it. So what happens is we realize a lot of business owners don't check the right boxes. Their taxes are not done. They don't have the proper health care. They have no life insurance. They have no health insurance. They're not very strong on social media, right? Their credit is poor. So you have to check a lot of boxes to become successful in business. And most people don't. If you ask the average business owner, what's your business credit? Do you know how that works? They have no clue, no idea. You are your business. How do you read a life insurance policy or health insurance? And then obviously we provide money as well. So when they join the alliance, they get access to all of our professionals that we take your business, like corporate America has HR, marketing, finance in the same room, and they all work together to build a program on a new product that they're going to launch. So we do the same thing for a business owner. We evaluate, why are you not making $10,000 a month? Why are you not making $20,000 a month? What's missing? And then we put the program together, and even with your taxes, structured as well. We have professionals to do all of this, so we're pretty excited. We haven't launched yet. We're going to launch the USBA.com. We're launching in about a week, and I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So if you're an entrepreneur out there, think about what boxes you're not checking in your business, because it's very difficult to do it all.
Everyone wants to be a business owner until it's time to be a business owner.
Exactly.
Right?
Then you realize Uncle Sam and everybody else is in your pocket.
Thank you for dropping some gems. I appreciate it. Congrats on the
alliance. Moving an agenda. I'm excited.
Thanks again to Red Coral.
Red Coral's everything.
I need a shirt before I leave.
You got to get a shirt.
I'll switch with you.
You in a shirt. Maybe I'll wear yours, you'll wear mine, right? But you got to register. www.redcoraluniverse.com. Streaming on every platform. You're going to see people like Angela, my show, Hood to Homes, and I think we're just going to change the way that TV is viewed if you just go to redcoraluniverse.com. So, Ange, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Indeed.
All right, we're going to get back to the party.
Thanks, guys.
Shit, I came out the gutter. Me, my mother, and my brother. The stove in the kitchen was heat for the winter. Refrigerator was the cold in the summer. 1900 block of Mapes Ave. Getting money, shit is straight cash. Back then it was the good life. Nowadays you need a gang pass. If you ain't legit, then you can't pass. Them young boys playing gang tag. Hopscotch for the right number, and you might come up if you play with math. These little niggas, are you shooting? Little bitches, are you sucking dick? One day a nigga moving. Next day you out you ducking clips. Who running what? You ain't running shit. You get beat down for who you running with.